Welcome to NKD Conversations, where we get down to the nitty-gritty of the everyday struggles we experience in the most raw and authentic way. We'll cover topics like self-reflection, questioning God, abstinence, being Christian and not corny, and so much more. So join us as we bare our hearts and get naked in conversation, because what's there to be ashamed of anyways? I'm Deborah.
And I'm Candace. So let's get down to it.
How's your day?
I've been fighting for my life. Because I'm not like 100% back well. I'm like at 92%.
Mm-hmm.
92% is quite generous the way the mucus in my nose been going. But my throat no longer hurts. My ears don't hurt. I can like drive and I feel like I'm finna pass out. I don't have a fever no more.
That's important.
I'm blessed, child. I'm blessed.
And that's all we can ask for.
How was your day?
It was a good day. We did something new today. Well, we went to
that quick.
We went to our churches.
We trying to be stewards at the church house.
Yeah, we went to the church's youth ministry thing. It was like a little game night, conversation night, the whole nine. It was a really good time, though.
It was cool.
Yeah.
It wasn't given like over churchy. We can sing SWV week and not be told we going to hell.
You know, and that is a good thing.
Because I told y'all, I come from Kojic, baby. You ain't listening to nothing but marvelous,
Please.
marvelous. Praise the Lord.
It's so interesting because I do not come from that background at all. So like being like in a non-denominational church and surrounded by people who are like Kojic, Baptist, the whole nine, it always really is so interesting to me because I'm like, wow.
Now, Kojic and Baptist, it gives you a culture, baby, because I loves me a mass choir. I love me, because people can tell, like, I grew up, like, around my grandma for a long time, because they tell me I act old.
You do.
And I am. It's giving the grandma's the baby. Baby, I love the old black church songs. Like, I gets down with them. Now, I'm too young for a tambourine. Like, baby, you too young. But at 40, I won't say 35. That's still too young. But at 40, give me a tambourine for my birthday. Because I'm finna be I'm going to tear it up. In the meanwhile, I'm using my hand tambourine. But I love the old black church songs, baby. Me and the mother of the church will get down.
Well,
daily I will.
Well,
worship you.
Well,
Lamb of God who died for me.
I don't know the song.
Who extended endless mercy. Daily I will worship thee. Oh, I love the Lord. Let me stop. So
she's so churchy.
I love a churchy moment, child. I was raised in the church. My mama damn near gave birth to me in the church.
Well, lady, how about let's strip down? Okay.
Oh, man. Let me get a little naked for you. I just want to see you strip right now in the spirit.
I'm calling Chris right now. Christopher.
I just want to see you strip. Oh, take it off for me. That's going to be the theme song of the strip down.
It's not.
Spirit.
First of all, the copyright infringement.
No, we're not going to get copyrighted because when you, they got a little section for that to say, is there any copyrighted material in this? And yeah, and it say we don't own it. It ain't like I played the song and it's like me doing like a whole cover of me saying, let's get naked in the spirit.
So the strip down. All right. So let's get to the strip down. So the strip down for this episode is, what is special about you and why is the world a better place because of your presence in it?
Do you see me?
Ate that up. Yeah.
Drop mic.
Yeah.
I mean, like, You know what? We gonna talk about false humility. I'm not finna get my false humility back. You wanna know what false humility is? It's not thinking yourself being bigger or smaller who God has called you to be. So I don't even think this moment is like a boast. I'm just gonna tell y'all who God has created me to be.
Period.
I'm an amazing human being. Not all the time, but most of the time. On some like surface level stuff, I'm beautiful. Period.
Yes.
Personality, baby, I'm a time. Now I'm an acquired taste. But those, I'm rich though, the rich acquired taste, baby. Only those who understand good things of substance can be around here.
Well.
Now, if all you know is Pizza Puffs and McDonald's, I don't know, gang. You can't hang.
It might not be for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna encourage you. I'm thoughtful. I'm kind. I'm very sweet. Once you get past the rest of the B faced, I'm funny. I know a lot of movies, black, white, Nollywood to Bollywood. I know them all. I like to think of myself as pretty stylish, even though we're going through a purge, a shedding, a transition. I don't know what's going on now, child. I throw on what I feel. Sometimes it don't be what I feel. It's just what I see. I'm very loving, baby. I will pray you through. I'm also keep it a buck with you, and I'm very loving, very kind. I'm wise with my words. I can be nurturing at times. Maybe I'm gonna show up for you, and I can go on and on and on. I like to think I'm a pretty cool dude or gal.
You are. And why do you believe that the world is a better place? Because you're in it.
Because, baby, it ain't too many people that's out. I told y'all what the Lord told me. He told me I'm a light.
Yeah.
And a lot of people out there are real dark, real grim, real dim. Baby, I'm coming to shine some light on you. Give you some vitamin D.
And it don't even be the person that's dim and grim. It's what's on the inside.
Side of them, baby. We them spirits. I know some of the saints be scared to be talking about spirits and stuff, but it's real, y'all. They out there.
It's a real
thing. You have authority over them, so stop being scary. Anywho, if I get off on the tangent with that,
because don't get me to, because you talking good.
That'll be another episode, because y'all be too scary for me. Because Peter was about that life. Anyways, and Paul, but why do I think it's a place? Because it ain't too many people out there that's choosing to be a light. A lot of people, I was just telling my friend about this the other day. They let people's like the dark stuff that they got within there set their temperature. So now that they got a nasty attitude, you got an attitude. No, baby. You set the temperature. You set the atmosphere. I'm not going to let what you got going on with inside you control me. So I'm finna be cool. You want to be dark, baby? I'm finna line it up. I'm finna shine bright like a diamond. Let me stop. I'm very unserious today. So, Deb, why do you think you're a blessing to be here on this creation called Earth? And how do you think you brighten and lighten up and add more to the earth than what it was before you was here?
You know, the truth is that I'm really that girl.
Well, this is a reminder. And
the fact of the matter is that I am so beautiful, not just like physically, but like internally. I know that I have such a beautiful spirit.
Man, you can't say that.
Because of the way that I'm able to love those around me, show up for those around me without the expectation of it being returned. And like just being able to truly like give out the love in the earth that I feel like people really need. I think that the earth is really lacking love right now.
Yeah.
And I think that God has placed me at this place in this time to be that love to those around me. And I know that like it sounds insane, but I really believe that I changed the world by the way I love. I'm not gonna lie. I'm unique and
what's crazy to me.
Girl, I'm unique and I'm special simply because of how God created me, period. Like I could really get down to the way that I'm able to put certain outfits together. I'm really just myself.
Period.
I think that that's why people really enjoy me and love me, because it never gave I wanted to be anybody else. Never.
I don't want to be no one but me.
you know what I'm saying? It didn't give that I was trying to be twinsies with any other of the girlies. It gives that I want to be very much so Deborah in her fullness. And, you know, while I may have had, you know, lapses in judgment in the past, I am now fully aware of who God created me to be.
Well,
And I am fully proud of that, and I'm stepping into that, and ain't no false humility around here, because I cannot even fully thrive in what God has called me to be if I'm sitting around being like fake humble around here.
Well.
Yep. That's my strip down.
Now.
Yeah.
What we talking about today is we're gonna really get into it. I wish I had sound effects, the doom sound. Abstinence. Now, we briefly touched on it, like, what was that, like the second or third one?
I want to say it was second week.
Right? We didn't really touch more on it. But y'all, first of all, I would like to say, we ain't got the answer, Sway.
No. So go, if you think that's what you want to get here, nah, I don't know. This might not be the one for you.
Yeah, look, I can point. Look, like what the therapist be like. I got some resources for you.
Resources, that's it.
But I too still struggle now, because y'all been hitting the line like, gee, what you do? Send me the verses. Well, let me just tell you this, G. I'm gonna send you these verses. You gonna read them, and guess what?
Still gonna be.
It don't turn off the horn.
Hot and ready. Little Caesars.
You still a hot pocket, yeah.
Man, what?
It ain't like, I read he said flee from all temptation, and now my coochie just turned off. I no longer want to go see a man about a horse. Like, no, that is not how it works. Gee, the text told you to flee. You know what flee? Let me look up the definition.
Baby,
this full definition for y'all.
Flee.
And let me tell y'all a story. So, Candace is dating, and
I'll look up the definition since you stopped looking up the
I
definition.
was still looking up the definition.
No, it's okay. I'll do it.
I don't like the way you said that. I'm still looking up. So I'm dating, right? I've been dating this one gentleman for some time, and we go to Lalo's, and you know Lalo's margaritas is hefty. All you really need is about like 1.5 of them, but I had one, and I be forgetting to eat. So we go to Lalo's, and I don't think he ate it all that day. So he had one of those big Lalo margaritas on an empty stomach. And I drove that day. And so immediately, I mean, he fine. But it's like some, I don't know what it was, G. Like, I was cool. Like, now I wasn't cool. I wasn't cool before the margarita. And then, like, the margarita added, like, a little bit more. And I was like,
I really want to sing the song.
Give me one margarita. She said, I'm going to open my legs, gang.
Because, honey.
So, I started to feeling myself. I know how self get. I'm like, self, you need to be cool. You need to be cool. I'm trying to say the verse to myself in my head. And I that's what I can tell you. It ain't stopping nothing. So I'm taking him to the crib, and I had to pee so bad, folks. So bad. But I know I was going to ask him to come inside and pee because, gee, if I went inside to pee, sister and I wasn't coming out.
No.
And when I did come out, I wasn't coming out the same way I went in. So I told y'all the text said flee. That's exactly what I did. I seen him on his way to the house, and I speeded to my way home. And I had to call Deb. I said, Deb, I'm finna cry. I'm finna cry because not only do I have to pee violently, but I'm frustrated. I am frustrated. I'm kabobbled. It ain't. I'm trying to flee.
It's not happening.
I'm trying to flee the scene, gang, because I can't stay before I do a crime that I'm willing to do. No, I'm not willing to do my time.
I'm like, friend, do you know what that time?
Not my eternity.
Eternity.
I'm gonna have legal sex, not illegal sex.
You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't know.
So y'all, I'm on the phone with Deb. I said, I don't know how long I can do this. My God, please.
You would think that we was talking about something.
Please.
Bro.
Please.
Talking about some, I don't know how long I can do this.
See, that's because I had sex before it was time, and now I ate the apple off the tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
What that man say? Don't awake passion or desire before it's time,
baby. It's more than passion.
Because trying to put that thing back to sleep.
Fire and desire. We fanning flames, gang.
So we are talking about abstinence today, and the word tells us to flee from temptation.
Flee.
And what does the word flee mean, Candace?
You told me you were still looking up Devin. You told me to stop.
I surely did. So flee. I mean,
y'all heard how she bullied me on the mic in real time.
I did not bully you.
In real time. She can't even deny it. It's recorded. In audio and on video. Matter of fact, I got it up anyways. Flee means to run away from a place or a situation of danger. Let me tell you. I'm not finna say what I was.
Let's get some synonyms.
Oh, you want some?
The synonyms says make a run for it, take flight, be gone, beat feet, escape. Okay, vamos, skedaddle, turn tail, scram.
It really does say skedaddle.
It does.
It says leg it.
Leg it, do a bunk.
Scram.
Bro. Everything is trying. Make a quick exit.
Cut and run.
Head for the hills.
Vamos.
Absent
Clear
oneself.
Out. Beat it. You need to leave. And leave is what I did. Now look, we gonna keep it all honest and transparent. We just said, look, I was first called to keep my legs on clink clink in 2019. In 2019, I think I messed up around like 2021. Cool. I was like, all right, we gonna get it back good again. We gonna get back good. I started dating again. It was this year. Yeah, just let y'all. I failed this year. Failed a few times this year. You got me tripping. Oh, stop it. Oh, never mind.
Nope. I'm so glad that you're catching it because internally I know exactly what you're going to say. And I think that it's not appropriate to do so.
Y'all, like I told y'all, like, it be so hard. Like, at first, I thought I was cool because I did like two and a half years damn near. And I was like abstinent, but I wasn't like dating nobody for real. It's like, I got this. And then I started dating somebody, and
you didn't have it.
I was dating him for real. I liked him too much.
Yeah.
He was so kind, so sweet, such a gentleman. Then this is what got me. Oh, you know what? It was so funny. I was watching this girl. She was like, "Yeah, I told this one boy I was abstinent." And he was like, he know I go to church. And so one time he told me like, yeah, I'm gonna wait till I get married and have sex. And then he was like, and I was like, okay, good for you. But she was only abstinent to a time like she was in a relationship. She was like, good for you, but I can never do that. And so then the next day he called her. He was like, I only told you that just in hopes that you would want to have sex with me still. And so in the midst of you saying that, what I'm about to say, I'm thinking like a few men had told me like, yeah, that's not a problem. So now I'm thinking like, did you tell me that in hopes that you was gonna get
there
draws?
Is a monthly or bi-yearly meeting that men have.
There's what they say, they're evolving.
They come together and they discuss the things that we do. And they say, you know what got them panties off the last time? I told her. Yeah, it's cool.
But I was for real, y'all. But like, if you don't want to be for real. But no, he was serious. He was serious and like, you know, I ain't never tried nothing like that. But I want to date you. So I'm going to be cool. And he was for real. Like, it wasn't like I'm trying to trick you. Because it ain't like that day I was like, spread wide. No, like, it was the time went on. And then I was like, well, I'm ready to risk it all. And he was like, you sure? I was like, don't get to asking me questions now.
Mm-mm.
He did ask me, was I sure, a few times. Like, I don't know. I had plenty of times to flee. You see that? Babe, I wasn't trying to flee. I was trying to look for my exit. I was looking for something else.
So the word tells us, because let's get down to what this dang old Bible is saying.
Please point them to the scripture. I'm going to get mine.
So the word tells us in 1 Corinthians chapter 6, and I'm going to read a couple of the verses so that we can get some context to the one verse that we mentioned at the beginning. It says, do you not know that your bodies are members of Christ? That's verse 15. That's where he starts off with.
Oh, girl, let me go get my verses.
And first of all, Paul, he be eating the Corinthians up.
Actually, these are the nicer versions. That he actually didn't say it how the Bible said it. It was actually a little bit
meaner.
Yeah. If you look at like the actual
Greek translation. Yeah, I mean, but still, he be eating them up. But he said, do you not know that your bodies are members of Christ? Shall I then take the members of Christ and make them members of a harlot, of a whore? Certainly not. Or do you not know that he who is joined to a whore is one body with her? For the two, he says, shall become one flesh. But he who is joined to the Lord is one spirit with him. So flee sexual immorality. Every sin that a man does is outside the body, but he who commits sexual immorality sins against his own body. Do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom you have from God, and you are not your own, for you are bought with the price. Therefore, glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's. So,
you stole my verse.
Child, I mean, I'm sorry. Oh, was that the next verse? I'm sorry. Well, point being here, I mean, we all on one team. The point is here, though, that it talks about many things. So we can start from the beginning. It says that.
Where you want to go? I thought you mean the beginning.
No.
Because, girl, I could tell you why we wasn't supposed to have sex.
No, I mean,
before marriage.
We have a lot of reasons. I mean, it'll even tell us
he listed very out a few.
But he says that, do you not know that your bodies are members of Christ? So remember, I think it was last week when we were talking about like how like we're all a part of this really big body, and we all have a role to play. And once one of the parts doesn't play the role that they have been called to play, the entire body cannot function at its full capacity. Mm-hmm. So all of like our parts are supposed to do things at its appointed time. So imagine if you're a child and you only have one tooth and you're trying to chew corn. Corn is going to be quite difficult for you to chew because it's not your time to chew corn. Even though you have teeth, your teeth aren't strong enough and aren't in the development stage for you to even handle what corn will do to teeth. I don't know if you've ever had corn on the cob.
Teach us, Pastor.
Shut up. But corn on the cob is pretty hard to like. It's hard on the teeth. It's usually going to have some type of impact on your teeth. That's why people with braces, like, they often don't eat corn on the cob because it's like my teeth are impaired in a way at this time, and they can't fully do what they were created to do. Uh-huh. And so when we decide, as whatever part of the body that we are, to misalign our focus on what God has called us to do and to divert our focus to sexual immorality, sex, to porn, to masturbation, to anything that calls us out of alignment.
Come down them alleys.
Like, because we going to get...
them alleys, them streets.
I mean,
I'm ready to get into it.
Like, we gonna go down all of them. Like, when we decide that we are going to place our attention on those things opposed to the things that we have been assigned to do, we are not only forfeiting the destiny of our own selves, but the destiny of those around us. And in addition to that, we are forfeiting the destiny of the person or the part that was supposed to be conjoined with us in order to get the fullness of our union, right? So if I am a joint in this here finger and I decide, no, I want to be a toe. Uh-huh. I'm functioning as a toe, but a joint could never be a toe.
Never.
It can't. It cannot. Uh-huh. And stop.
I'm just talking back to the preacher. They be needing me.
And because I cannot, as a joint, I can never be a toe, and I'm forcing myself to do something that is out of my time to do, the next part of the finger, whatever this is called, can never get exactly, now see, I'm a psychology student. You asked me about that brain, I could tell you. But whatever part of this finger, of the finger is called, that is connected to the joint, would never be able to fully be able to like embody what it was created to do and be, because you are not also aligning yourself with what you are called to do and be at said time. So Paul is telling us here that we are all part of this one big old body, and we have a role to play, and that should be our primary focus. Now, does that negate the fact that we have needs? Or does it negate the fact that we have actual physical bodies that we are actively living in? Does it negate that we have sex drive? Does it negate that we cannot erase the memory of having sex or having watched porn or having masturbated? No, it cannot erase that. However, when our focus is on things of above, when our focus is on what our primary focus here is, it will redirect us in the times when we feel like, dang, I really want to freak somebody. Oh, I really want to do X, Y, or Z, because that is not our main purpose here. It's not.
Child, I can go a few places. First, I'm going to start here. So in abstinence, it's not just about having sex with somebody else. Some of y'all got a little twisted. Baby, you cannot use your finger, your rose, that dildo, or whatever that you use. You're not having sex, period.
Yeah.
Also, you should not be watching others do the act as well.
So let me stop you there. Go ahead. Let's go back to the whole masturbation thing, because a lot of people have been like, I've actually had this conversation with my coworker the other day. Don't ask why we're talking about it. We're actually friends too, so it's not weird. But go ahead.
Well, I can't speak too much on it because masturbation was like, I be needing a body, folks. Like I to keep it already booked. Like I tried it and I was like, this is lame.
Really,
baby? Because the thing is, I ain't trying to get my rocks. Because the act for me when I do it. It's intimate. I'm trying to feel something.
Yeah, it's
not
the
just
connection.
It ain't even just like
piece.
Sex for me. Like it don't even be like, oh, I need to have sex. Like it don't matter who it is. Now I need to actually genuinely enjoy the person that I'm doing it with. I like myself, but I don't like myself that much, baby. This hand or whatever that contraption is ain't gonna do it for me. Like I'm cool. We'll get to my other problems. So what my problem was after the masturbation point, but yeah, I don't have too much insight on the whole masturbation thing, but I can tell you about that thing called pornography.
So let's go back to because in Corinthians, first of all, the Corinthians clearly were wilding out because Paul kept talking.
The Corinthians' problem was sexual immorality. They was having sex. This one man in the church was having sex with his mama.
They did say that.
And he said, y'all trying to act cool and trying to keep church going on, but y'all allowing that man to have sex, baby. They were sexually immoral.
It was his stepmom, but yeah,
his stepmama.
But still,
that's his mama.
Yeah, but still disgusting.
They had a lot of things going on. Ain't nothing new under the sun. So what you think folks is doing now? It ain't nothing as wild as what they had going on way back in yonder.
So Paul says in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, a few chapters ahead, he's in verse 24 and to 27. It says, do you not know? Of course, he starts off with a question. Do you not know that those who run a race all run, but one receives the prize? Run in such a way that you may obtain it. And everyone who competes for the prize is temperament in all things. Now they do it to obtain a perishable crown, but we for an imperishable crown. Therefore I run thus, not with uncertainty, thus I fight. Not as one who beats the air, but I discipline my body and bring it into subjection, lest I have preached to others and I myself should become disqualified.
You just brought something back to mind.
Go ahead.
Just how you saying, like, we can't forget. You had sex, cool. We ain't got time to sit on the point that you lost your virginity. You didn't need it, it's gone. Can't get it back. And how your body doesn't forget. Just how you have to train your body to understand that. You have to then train your body to be in a place of discipline. When now my thought trying to leave me again, come back. I'm gonna start with this. And so we talking about our partner, who we are meant to be like joined with. I feel like another point of like showing like a sign of honor to the person that you're gonna marry is like being like, I had this time out and I sustained and disciplined my body enough time for you. Right?
Child, rewind. For yourself. Like, let's get down to it. It says that this is the one and only sin that you have, that you can sin against yourself
and God.
You, like every other sin, you're sinning against everybody else. Like, it's either sinning against other people or sinning against God.
When you do yourself a disservice.
In this time, you're doing yourself a disservice, because this is what happens with sex.
Sex is glue.
It's glue, and you're also connecting yourself with things, with destinies, with spirits, with all types of things that you may or may not have ever been destined to be attached to. Now, this now changes your perspective of the world. This changes your perspective of your own body. This changes your perspective of God and what His role in your life is.
Relationships.
This changes literally everything about your outlook about life. Because once again, sex is spiritual. It's not just this thing that we do. And I had to come to terms with that, because there had been a point where I too was participating in it as if it was a sport.
I'm not even going into that.
Gold medalist.
So, when we think about how Adam, I told you, let's go back to the beginning. We finna go back to the basics. When Adam and Eve were made, some people say it was like, the Jews, I can't think of their actual terminology, because, you know, their first books is like the Old Testament, right? Cool. They believe that when you go down breaking up the Greek words in Hebrew and everything, it wasn't just that a rib was taken from Adam. It was literally that he separated Adam from himself and to make Eve from Adam. And then he made Adam again, and then Eve was formed. And so the only part where you can actually see the form of them being a union again is actually when he's like,
when they're having sex,
when he's inside of her again. And that's like God's glory.
Yeah.
When it's in sex, it's glorified. When it's in its time, it's glorified when it's outside of God. I want to let you know that the enemy cannot create anything. All he can do is mimic and pervert. And so since he cannot create anything, he wants to pervert everything that God has created to be good. And he's always about shortcuts. Masturbation, a shortcut. Whether you're having sex with man, woman, woman, man, whoever you do it with, it's still unglorified, and you're sinning against yourself, and you're mocking the unification of what God calls sex to be. Because in marriage, sex is glue. Yeah. And not just physically, but spiritually. Yeah. Right? And so imagine you gluing yourself to somebody that you ain't supposed to be glued to.
The word tells us that let no man put asunder what God has brought together. And that specifically is talking about the bond of marriage. Specifically because when marriage happens, you are actively having sex with your partner.
Before there were papers,
you're having sex
to show you were married.
Y'all's beating it down. Let me tell you how I know this, if we're talking biblical. So in the Old Testament, you see around like Leviticus and like Deuteronomy, where they're going through like the laws and things. And this is that and that and that, and exactly do this and don't do that. There was a part of it that says, if a man decides to take a wife, right, and that wife proves herself not to be a virgin, this is both ways technically, but I mean the standard is supposed to be both ways, right? It doesn't explicitly say that, but the Bible is very clear about everybody holding themselves to a certain type of standard,
men and women,
right? But Old Testament is a little bit more vague sometimes. Let's just put that contextually, and also contextually with where we're talking about. This is like the Middle East, generally speaking, like Jerusalem, BC. Egypt, all of, right? This is BC. This is, misogyny, the whole nine. Like, we can also very much so hold space for
they have to slaughter
context.
Lambs, G.
Like, let's use
Are
context.
Are you slaughtering lambs?
Context. So, cool. So in the Old Testament, they're like, if a man decides to marry a woman, and the night that he's supposed to quote unquote marry her or go into consummate exactly this, discovers that she is not a virgin, he can legally either send her back to her father's house, untouched, unharmed, nothing, or she will, stoned to death. Now, see, those are insane. very extreme. But that shows that the only way that a marriage at that time could be really consolidated or really made like official is through the act of having sex with one another. Now we're in a stage of life, not that casual sex was not a thing back then, because it very much so. There's nothing new.
Ain't nothing new. We know about Sodom and Gomorrah.
Come on, ain't nothing new under the sun.
Baby, they wanted the angels.
What? They was having orgies and having sex upside down, child, outside, inside, with each other, with their family. Imaginable. Yes. They were doing the whole nine. All that to say, though, yes, this is the way in which that it, like a union is created by this is very beautiful, actually, action of having sex.
It's good. Look, everything that God has created is good. He ain't give me no sex. He ain't give me sex around on purpose. He ain't like, the angel ain't knock his back and be like, right. We was supposed to pour that cup that sat there.
That lady off of Tim, I can't remember her name.
Yes, I just read, she was like, he ain't sneeze, and God was like, now you got to have board meetings to talk about how we gonna do this because we accidentally gave him sex drive. No,
he intentionally did that.
God placed that inside of me for his guts.
Yeah,
but in his timing, right, for marriage. And so I was saying, even like it's even honorable to who your partner is, because let's say you gotta act out the worst ends of your vows, for better or for worse. Somebody gets sick and y'all can't have sex, and because you already had a time where you disciplined your body to only be to that one person and know how to just discipline, have self-control to just have sex to who you're married with, you're not really tempted to really go out to get sex because you need your fix. Yeah. And step out on your wife, or somebody's pregnant, something, anything, right? I have did the self-discipline. I have showed myself approved that I can hold myself to myself and God out of respect and honor for you because you are who I'm with.
Because let's talk about the fact that words mean things. Sexual immorality is not sex, period. It is sexual immorality encompasses everything that would pertain to lust.
Pornography,
masturbation, the whole nine, bestiality, the whole nine. Like, I mean, the Old Testament really gets down to the nitty gritty. He said, don't,
any and everything.
Incest, don't try it.
The animals,
Animals, don't even try. You saw that sheep, don't do it. Okay, it's because lust is what encompasses all of sexual immorality. And lust is not just simply what like happens when you want like to have sex with somebody, but it's when you want to have something.
It's selfish.
There you go. It's selfish ambition, but also it is when you want to have something outside of its design or outside of its time. So when you're lusting after maybe like a job, you can lust after things that are not sexual.
Money.
You can lust after money. You can lust after someone else's wife. You can lust after a job. You can lust after a certain type of lifestyle. You can lust after some shoes that you simply cannot afford. The goal here is to be able to discipline our own bodies, put our bodies under subjection, as Paul says, in order to fulfill a certain type of calling that God has placed on us, right? Because without discipline, we're just out here willy-nilly doing anything.
And even with like sexual immortality, I say it's selfish because sex, even in marriage, is in an act to like please the other person. It's a service.
Yeah.
You're doing a service. You're stewarding and trying to please and serve the other person. But when you got lust and you think about pornography, you only think about you getting good.
That's just true.
Never mind. I was going to go somewhere else. For those who might say, even though I have sex now, I'm willing to please other. But babe, it's outside of his time.
Yeah.
And so, even like I said, you need to think ahead, because we said it's spiritual. So now you didn't attach yourself with all these people and what they get going on. That's probably why sometimes you sitting there depressed and you depressed out of nowhere. You don't know what's going on. The whole time that person that you done lay down with got some things going on with them, and now it's attached to you.
And y'all, look, we're not even saying like you, because this is us very much so.
I have experienced it.
Like, I am currently, let's be honest, let's get transparent. I am currently experiencing having to pull myself away from the men that I've had sex with in the past. That's the raw and truth of it all. Because there are attributes that are not mine. Like, there are certain behaviors that are simply not mine, that I know for a fact in my heart of hearts that I'll do something, or I'll say something, or I'll feel something, I'll be like, that's not even you. That's not even you, G. Like, you don't even act like that for real.
I told y'all the premise of recommitting. I tell them all the time.
You have to rip apart. That's a ripping. That's why when people say, "Oh, I'm getting this divorce," divorce is so difficult because you are literally
a ripping of the soul. Like I said,
you're one.
He rips Eve and Adam apart to make each other, for them one to be one again.
Yeah.
So they're one union, they're one soul. And so you got a lot of spiritual husbands out here, gang. You done ripped yourself a million times. Now God can restore a broken vessel, a ripped up vessel. But you were never meant to go through the ripping. You were never meant to even be put in a position of needing to be delivered or recovered or restored.
Yeah, I mean, God knows us, and he knows that we have a tendency to do the things that we were never created to do. And so his grace and his mercy is so sufficient to be able to get us out of that. And he's also so sovereign that he must follow his own principles. He's a principled God
of order.
He's principled.
Decency and order.
He's not going to wake up one day and say, well, you know what? She done had sex for 30 years.
I'm going to just let her.
That's cool. But no, but then she decided, okay, well, I'm gonna go abstinent. She's only been, you've only been abstinent for maybe a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month, however long. And then your husband gonna come around. That's not how that works. God is a God of order, and he also believes in allowing us.
Story.
It is.
It's rare, far and few.
It is. However, but yet and still, there will always be a consequence to your actions.
Oh yeah, you gotta work through that.
And so, in that same marriage, you will be in that marriage having to rip apart simultaneously while trying to learn a whole nother person.
Because you gotta heal that. Because one, I be saying, I remember I was watching some interview or podcast.
Yeah.
And this man was saying that he had to go to therapy because he was putting all his expectations and past experience that he had sexually onto his wife, and putting a burden on her that was never meant for her to carry. And so now you bringing all these past lovers with you and trying to put this all on one woman.
Yeah.
That's too much. And then two, you trying to compare. Then you gonna get to compare her like, yeah, she just don't hit it like Jessica did.
But it's like Jessica wasn't
your wife. And then you also, like I said, it's selfish and you have a lack of patience.
Yeah.
Because you be thinking, first of all, I want to dispel the whole, you got to drive the car before you buy it. Bro, if you in the business of getting married and you didn't have the discernment and the wisdom to be led by God to pick your spouse, you got your whole life to figure it out. How selfish are you to be like, oh, it ain't hitting on the first time? That means you're into having sex for you and not thinking of the other person.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I too used to be like, man, maybe we do need to drive the car around the block.
Listen,
to make sure it ain't a lemon.
You know what I'm saying?
But baby, you can fix cars up.
So please.
I mean, we're being honest.
So you can fix.
No,
okay.
But like, even I want to get into the whole pornography thing because we be thinking it's not that deep. Mm-hmm. It's deep. I know it's so deep to a point where I don't even have a Twitter account anymore. Well, I still have an account. I don't have it on my phone.
Same.
Like, I was like, you need to delete that, baby. Twitter is porn.
I mean, the whole nine.
Like, it's quite literally crazy. Like, Twitter is porn. And I feel like at first I was using it like as like an educational tool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I need to learn how
I can't stand you.
I'm trying to make sure I'm raw. Because I promise that for some reason I used to have like, my view towards sex used to be like so bad. And I feel like a lot of women go through this. Like, you ain't see it like for yourself. I'm trying to make sure you good. Mm-hmm. You can't never say on one name, Candace ain't here no.
That is such an interesting view you have there. But go ahead.
I used to have. I was young though. But first of all, it's unrealistic. Sex porn is unrealistic.
Yeah, and at its core, it's unrealistic.
The porn industry is so problematic. We ain't even got time to get into that.
The babies be young, underage.
Some of them, they don't know they being
recorded.
It's a lot going on there. It's a whole nine. But like, those people aren't into it's like, it's real selfish. We looking at selfish love. That's not like how sex was made to be like showed or portrayed. And so even with that, I can't even believe that, like, you looking at porn when you got a spouse could be like a scene of cheating.
Yes. Because once again, lust. We're talking about lust, right? if we understand the purpose of sex and what God created it to be, then we will also understand the context in which when we do anything outside of that, how that can be viewed or how that could be detrimental or not helpful or harmful towards what God created the first thing
and
to
it
be.
showed that you ain't got the fruits of the spirit, babe. You ain't got no self-control.
Yeah.
No discipline.
Self-control. Yes.
Like, let's say even if you married, G, you out of town, but you need to get fixed. So I'm finna watch some porn to get good. Dang, G, you couldn't wait 2 days till you got back home?
Yeah.
Well, let's say even if she is pregnant or whatever, she can't do it, y'all. Like, she creating life right now. She can't do the sex. And you can't also be there for her in another type of intimacy and to serve her, but you worried about getting your nut off so much that you gotta go. Like, I feel like that makes your person or your partner feel less than in a way. Yeah.
It makes me feel like, and I'm saying me, it would make someone feel like, right? I don't have a husband. Let's be very clear.
I will one day.
Come on, boo. I'm waiting. But no, it would make I can imagine that it could make someone feel as if they were an object.
Or not enough.
Or not enough. Literally not enough. Could never be enough. Only used for this one thing. And so, like, currently, let's talk about, let me touch on the point, and then we could talk about, like, our current walks and abstinence, like, personally, because, I mean, that's the point of this talk, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, okay, so cool point. So I often challenge people who indulge in porn to get down to the roots of why. Like, what is that feeding inside of you?
Baby, them roots be deep.
Yeah.
It be attached to something, like, that's quite literally random. It could be attached to rejection.
It could so much. It could literally be anything, and it's like I'm not even going to sit here and try to, like, run down what it could be.
It could be literally anything.
It could be literally anything, but there's always a root. Every action starts somewhere.
It's a symptom, honestly.
It's a symptom.
It's not the cause.
It's a symptom, and it's also a soothing mechanism to soothe some type of harm, some type of hurt on the inside of you, or to fulfill a certain desire that is not being fulfilled elsewhere, right? So everything that we do as humans, psychologically, we're trying to fulfill a desire that maybe a parent did not fulfill, or maybe a spouse has not fulfilled, or maybe friends have not fulfilled, and we're trying to fill that desire. When we run out of options of how we can fulfill these desires, because we can only do it in so many ways, that's where we see addiction coming through. We see alcoholism, we see like weed addiction, we see any type of drug addiction, but also we even see like gluttony as far as like food, like trying to intake food way too much, whatever it is. We see an excess amount of intake of something that is unhealthy or maybe even healthy to be able to soothe something that we were not getting. So I challenge everyone who has ever like watched porn or has a porn addiction or continuously does it as a way to just kind of like pass time. Consider this. What exactly? Rewind all the way back. Try to, in your mind, rewind back to the first time you watched porn. Where were you at? How old were you? What was the, like what were the environmental factors? What was going on in your life, and how did it make you feel? If you can get down to that, you can begin to build up to where you can find what exactly the wound is, if there is one, because sometimes it was just curiosity. Some people just fell into it through curiosity, honestly, but other times it's a wound. And you need to figure out how to heal that wound, because no amount of porn, no amount of masturbation, no amount of sex, no matter none of that is going to be able to feel or heal that wound unless you do the work.
It actually stunts you.
Yeah. Girl, stunts you in real life in many ways.
And now you got an intimacy problem with connecting with somebody. When it's time for you to connect with somebody intimately and sexually, you have a disconnect. And because you see it as, you probably don't even recognize the disconnect comes from like the porn or the masturbation or whatever you're doing, and it's causing a disconnect between your marriage, which now the sex is the glue for y'all, and now your glue ain't working, gang.
Yeah,
you got to figure out what's that stoppage,
because you're distorted. The glue has been manipulated.
It's like when they get that hard part and like the glue bottle. You need to figure out what that is, because we need to.
It's like putting water in your glue.
Yeah, so
it's not as effective. It doesn't stick as well.
And I can't talk to the married folks because I ain't there.
Child.
Get a therapist. Sex therapy works. through all the things.
That's
but
it.
When my time comes, we'll get there.
We will. Question for you, Candace. So let's talk about you. So no more y'all. Now it's I.
No problem with that.
And so, Candace, what has your walk been like with abstinence recently? You already gave us the story, so you don't have to reiterate that. But I want to know, like, how have you been maintaining? How have you been, like,
So my clock started again a few months ago.
Okay, let's get down to that.
So even with me walking down and being abstinent, and I know what the truths are, even with me like dating, I mean, like, he ain't trying to make no move on me. He don't like me no more.
Oh my God.
Like, I'm real thoughts. I'm just being out and being naked. Cause it's like, why do I connect like your deep feelings for me to like sex?
Yeah. Or desire.
Like, you don't desire me. I ain't fan no more. And then also in the point where I feel like, I feel bigger than what I am, even though I said I'm having body dysmorphia right now. So I have stuff going on with myself. And then I feel like you ain't trying to get in. But it's also like, babe, maybe he's just respecting your boundaries.
That's good.
And so now I push my own boundary to feel like, am I still desirable to you?
Yeah.
And so then I fall.
This is a revelation to me. Continue. I'm sorry. This is like good. Wait, go ahead.
So then I fall and we did our thing. And I don't know what his conviction is, because I know his conviction wasn't not to have sex. You're trying to practice not having sex. Well, I would hope. So never mind. My insecurities is gonna come out. Woo, Jesus.
Look at.
Cause you don't know what men be doing.
Okay, that's fair. This is fair. You don't know what anybody does.
You don't know what anybody does. But I'm just gonna have good hopes. You know what? I'm not gonna put that on the mic. Right now, he's a good man, Savannah.
He is a good man, Savannah.
He's a good man, Savannah. And I feel like he's gonna listen to this.
A good man.
I'm not just saying he's a good man because I think he's gonna listen to this. Anyways,
bye.
No. So I pushed my own boundary because I want to see if I'm like still desirable to you. So I fall, and I don't even think it'd be like condemnation for me at this point. I just be feeling like, Candace, what do you have going on with you?
Yeah.
That you have to seek that out to like feel like some validation that you are desirable, even when you're not like having sex. Because yes, I have been dating, and I've dated people when I'm like, I'm not having sex right now because I'm waiting to marriage. And then they be like, marriage. Like, I did what they say. Like, do you niggas think I'm not gonna get married?
Like, what's the tea? Y'all know something I don't.
I thought it gave wife.
It does.
At least wife in the making. I mean,
it does.
And so, like, even now, like, so now I'm trying to seek out my validation through sex to see if I'm still desirable, right? And so even when I told y'all, I don't even know if I said this on the podcast when we was talking about like dating, abstinence, relationships, and friendships, but I was very scared into getting into dating, knowing that I was walking out being abstinent and being intentional about it. Because I'm like, I don't know if somebody's gonna want to date me, and it's very on topic, but like stripped down, because I'm very aware of like why I'm an amazing person.
Yeah.
Outside of like sexual things, like. Baby, I'm more than a body. I'm more than a hot pocket.
Yeah.
So you to, stick your hot dog in. But but like sometimes you do find yourself forgetting.
Yeah.
And because I feel like the society that we're in, and like upbringing and social media and culture, and you be seeing men talking about you shouldn't be taking no girl out if you ain't having no date. Like even dude, yeah. Right? Like I know, like, babe, I'm worth the date. My conversation alone is cool, it's good. We're gonna have a good time. Me and my person, my aura, we're fine. But that man gonna say, you got the nerve to talking about you ain't having sex and you want a man to take you out on a date and treat you well? Wait, I have to give my coochie up to be treated well and
that's
be courted?
Insanity.
This is prostitution.
It is. It is.
It never gave hard. Never. And I'm just like, why is it so transactional? Like, in order for you to get your funds, I got to get my coochie.
That's crazy.
And not even saying I'm dating you for your funds. It's just like, how did we get here? Like, I be so frustrated. And then you get like discouraged and you be like, I don't want to date. Now, granted, I am dating. Now, me and my dating process is it be a little on and off. I be telling Deb, I think I'm done, and then
God is still working on her.
he is. I
That's
never
it.
said he wasn't. Patience all around. I thank you for everybody's patience who are here in my life, because like I said, God is still working on me. And so now I'm working out being abstinent. And like I said, I ran the other day, but I'd be like, then I'd be like, that be the devil. G be like, does he really think you're desirable? What was the last time he told you was cute and you was fine? I don't know if it's him or your jeans stuff don't even fit the same way. You see this is changing.
Oh, the devil's so messy.
So messy. Then I be having to get off social media because I'm like, damn, the boys ain't beating down the DM. I mean, the DM still be getting beat down, but like, it ain't getting beat down like it
how
used
it used to, yeah.
But it's like, because I be talking to myself, I'm like, not you looking for male validation.
Girl.
That's nasty. Ew. Tomato, bull.
So now we know where it's coming from and what like that has been looking like. What have you been doing to combat it?
Girl, I get off social media. I be like, I need to unplug. Like, I need to silence all the noise. And it also comes to the point, like, what are you listening to? Like, what music are you listening to, G? Mm-hmm. And I don't listen to, like, I changed up a lot of the music that I listen to. And I know when people get in my car, I'm like, the music still be hitting on, but, like, it don't even be, like, it don't be a lot of the current stuff. Because I'm like, y'all, I can't be putting that in my mental. Y'all,
yeah.
I can't right now. I'm trying to, I'm choosing my mental health.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And also, they ain't talking about a lot of sex. And I ain't trying, please. I don't need the song telling me about the sex that I can't have.
That I cannot have. The sex that I may not participate in.
And then I just be like, Candace, I be having to tell myself, like, I keep it buck with myself. I can, like, realize when I'm tweaking. I'm like, girl, we getting off track. Now, if you ever been to, like, over my house, I have sticky notes everywhere, whether they vibrate anywhere. It happened that I started doing it simultaneously while being Mary Jane was on. I just felt like we was one and the same. Mm-hmm. But, like, I still do that. And I'm like, girl, go look at that wall. Go look at that wall, girl. We got to go say these out loud to ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, you are smart. You are kind. You is important. Mm-hmm. Like,
period.
Girl, we got to bring it back. And then it's like, girl, let's read. And then also, let's just spend some time, like, we just like, then I told Deb, like, I actively be saying this to Deb. I'm like, I wonder why he's still here.
He likes you. I don't know.
You be like,
likes you.
Keeping to be like, even the girls that's fan, you would be like, why wouldn't he want to be around? Sometimes you be slipping. And I just feel like I've been in like a flop era all around. It's not even just like relationships. Baby, school, work, clothes, hair. It's just everything is changing. And also, this is, like, very new for me to be, like, dating somebody and trying to keep my vagina to myself. Even though we have fallen, we course correct. You got to course correct. Don't look at me like that.
No.
Ain't no.
Oh, child, you're saying got it. I'm like, girl, what are you talking about?
I ain't worried about you looking at me no type of way.
Exactly.
Like I said, I like men's. Nah, but for real though, yeah, I be having to like, girl, lock in before I tweak out.
Mm-hmm. Because it can only get worse.
Oh yeah, I choose not to spiral.
Yeah.
Cause baby, I can overthink. But one thing I won't overthinking is that as soon as it comes, that's another thing. There you go. Thank you, Jesus. When you have those thoughts, you have to verbally speak out against it. It ain't no, I'm gonna just throw the thought away or just try to shake it off, act like you ain't hear the thought in your head. No, you have to speak against it verbally. As soon as you get it, that's a lie.
Yeah.
You gotta catch it, babe. We're not claiming those thoughts. That ain't for me. That is not for me, because then you find yourself self-sabotaging
and being curious and then thinking about it. And then your thoughts then become your actions. And then your actions become your behaviors. And then your behaviors become your patterns. And then you can't get out of a cycle.
Because I'm going to keep it a beat with y'all. And I think this is around the time me and Deb was like getting back like really close. But we was actually talking about like, yeah, girl, we got to stop having sex. Because I started like I fell. And it was like, well, I fell. So
yeah,
we might as well continue. Like I said,
let me look at the camera. That's literally the worst.
That's
thought.
the worst thought. That ain't nothing but the devil.
Don't continue.
That's a lie. That's like
it gets worse.
That's like when I was trying to stop smoking weed, and then I found myself smoking weed, and be like, well, I might as well keep smoking.
Yeah, that's not your own. That's not a thought of your own.
Girl,
it can't be.
That devil trying to reel you back into a cycle that's not good for you. He's like, I got him.
Yep, and we have to continue.
Got him on the hook. So I did it for a little bit. But then I started to feel real bad. And so I started to feel terrible. But not only did I start to feel terrible, like I would say it. Like, let's say we just got done. Now I'm talking about this was a horrible mistake. So now he tweaked out.
Yeah.
Now he blew. He got attitudes. Your timing is terrible. I literally can't. It's like my soul was crying out.
Yeah.
Dead ass. I can't even get myself to hold the thought in.
Yeah.
It came up. It kept coming up. And I said, you know what? We're going to get into it if we keep doing this because I don't know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
So I had to stop. I was just like, I quite literally, I don't even think I said it. I said, I'm got to cut you off. Because I can't do this. And then I feel like I was putting it on him. But it's like, no, girl, are you not here having sex too?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, did you not initiate the sex?
Well,
you came on him. He was chilling. He watching his little game.
this is true.
So yeah, I had to keep it a buck with myself. And I'm just like, no. Because then it's like, oh, I failed. Might as well keep doing it. Or, well, he's having sex with me. We did it. Now what's going to happen if I stop having sex with him? Is he going to leave? Well, girl, if he leave, he leave.
Yeah.
He wasn't for you. Take it to the chin gang. Charge it to the game. It happened. Give yourself a day. A night. To feel a way about it.
Give yourself a week or two. Sometimes you need time.
No,
you be
might
really
need time.
liking these boys.
This boy.
I be liking these boys sometimes.
This boy.
I'm not saying you specifically, crazy woman.
I know. Well,
I'm saying,
trying to think.
regardless, give yourself some time.
Yeah, the last one that I liked for real, we didn't have sex, so that was cool. I was happy about that. I don't know if he happy about that. Hey, that's another thing. I'm so dead. So even in the midst of me like falling, it's like, because people be listening to this. That's crazy, right?
What?
The podcast,
Oh, yeah.
girl.
Yeah, sorry.
So then you heard like, oh, she started dating somebody and she had sex with him. My abstinent queen.
My abstinent queen.
And so now he's like, so you did it with him and not me. Just like, why are we checking my coochie?
Yeah, it'd be a little competition for sure.
It ain't no competition, gang. He wasn't supposed to get it either. It's like
the stars didn't align for you, and it's okay.
Uh-huh.
But
Look.
the stars are not aligning for him anymore either. So let's be very clear.
I got a lock on her now. Iron still.
Period.
Matter of fact, I ain't even got coochie on me. I ain't even got no more on me. It's out of stock. She on back order. I think it's a recall until it's a ring on my finger. Also, disclaimer, look, I can't wait until the Lord places my husband in front of me and that man acts on that call to be my husband. I'm letting you girls know now. I'm eloping. Cause she
I did not know what you were going to say.
Oh, look, I'm gonna keep it a beat because a wedding is just the event. A wedding takes time. The type of wedding that I want to have is gonna take time to plan. So instead of us being hot and bothering, this engagement ring burning my hand, we cool? God, this my husband. We married each other. Cool. You want to be with me? I want to be with you. To death do us part. Bet. Let's go to the courthouse, gang.
I still think that there needs to be a time of engagement.
No. It's gonna be a time of engagement for sure. Because let me tell you, it's a lot of Christians in this world who get married just to have sex,
Which is insanity.
I'm not marrying for peen.
You can find pain anywhere. Not that you're supposed to, but you can. It's a
You
thing.
think I'm just marrying you for sex? That's outrageous. We gonna get divorced today. The same day we got married, gang.
Oh,
But after we had our time
off.
of engagement, cool. We there? Bet. Let's go. Because I want a destination wedding.
Oh.
And I'm black.
You heard it here first. Destination wedding.
Husband, if you hear me.
2025.
Italy.
2024.
Venice.
The whole 9.
Yeah. What you say, 2025?
Yeah.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah. You don't want the Lord to do exceedingly abundantly all that you could ask or think?
I would love, but
expeditiously?
A marriage and frontal development all in 1 year?
I mean, that's a lot. But look, God can do it. He can give you the frontal development this year.
I've been having some developments in my brain.
That's all I'm saying.
I've been feeling it.
He can do all things.
But that's tomorrow. I'm looking at my imaginary. Well, husband, you heard her.
Yeah.
Well, she ain't God.
I'm not, but I've tried my best to stay in tune with him.
I don't know.
But that was not prophetic or anything like that.
No.
It can't be if the Lord co-signs on it, but he didn't tell me that personally.
He didn't tell me that either.
I'm not gonna,
I don't know. Yeah.
But for me personally, I would say it's been a difficult time. Not as difficult as Candace, because I'm not dating nobody. I am very much so single girly. And like I've gone out on dates and interacted with guys, and that's been cool. But like nothing to the point where like I'm even like I lied. I was hanging out with a guy maybe like last week, 2 weeks ago, and
you were?
Yes, I literally never mind. We'll talk about it later. But yes, I was hanging out with
No. You told me this.
I did.
You told me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying. Oh,
I fully did, but okay. But yeah, I was hanging out with a guy.
See, look at me about to get offended.
Right, like girl, dang, all in my yes.
And if I was, you check my location every 2 minutes.
I do because I want to know that you're safe. Anyways, I was hanging out with a guy a couple weeks ago, and he's cool people. I think he's a great guy. I don't know that. Yeah, I'm not going to even make any like definite statements, but I just know that I am very serious about my walk with God currently, and I don't know that he's on the same like path or on the same like wavelength, and that's okay because everyone's walk is going to look different. Mm-hmm. But I also do know that it will be like whoever God sends to me will have a certain level of discipline already like enacted as to be able to walk it out with me simultaneously, because even in this like instant there was a level of, hey, like I just want you to know that I'm not freaking you. Like it's not there's nothing that you can do, say, to make me do that. So I hope you're very much so aware of that. And like although he was very, very, very respectful of it, men are gonna be men. And while their words may say one thing, sometimes their actions don't fully align, because only a spiritual man or only a man who is under the subjection of God is able to put his body under subjection in the same way, and to understand what that fully means to like put their body under subjection. And so like it is not, I mean, I never fault somebody for like having those like those feelings in their body, because you're human, you're gonna feel that. Now it is on you to decide like if you're going to like do it or if you're not gonna do it. And so for me it's been like, nah, G, like you're just not gonna do it. It's actually weirdly started to become like a streak thing for me.
Gee, I feel like I'm on Snapchat trying to keep up my streak. You can't break the streak.
Can't break the streak.
Oh, wait. Let me tell you why that's a bad thing.
It's a terrible thing.
Let me tell you why that's a bad thing. I'm going to let you finish your story. It's going to be quick, I promise.
No, go ahead.
So I was thinking about this already because it's like a fast, right? And then why I thought it, because, God is very timely with everything. He going to give me something, he going to get something to double down on that confirmation. I'm listening to the Basement 10 podcast. He was like, gee, were you trying to, like, count down the time? He was talking about him, like, trying to keep up, like, from not watching porn because he was porn addicted. It wasn't, like, Tim. It was, I think it was, like, Hector.
Yeah.
God was like, are you fasting porn? Because a fast has to end.
A fast has to end.
Right? And so you
at
trying
a
to keep up
designated time that you choose.
Exactly.
Boom.
I can't choose the day I get. Well, I choose the day I get married, but like
I cannot choose when God decides to send me.
I don't know who that man is. Yeah. But you put it in your mindset like that. It needs to be a lifestyle.
Yeah. And so yeah, it is currently for me very much so a lifestyle. I'm just saying that lately it's felt like you on the street, girl. Don't end it now. Don't stop now. You're doing great. And I think that I know myself and I know how I respond to positive reinforcement. So I know that in order to continue to do certain things, I have to reinforce myself in a positive manner in order to continue doing said thing. So if I keep like beating myself up, thinking about like how much not fun I'm having, not having sex, I probably will just go back to having sex because it's like, dang, well, you're not having fun and you're not feeling great about it. But I know for me, I have to put myself into a system in order to continue doing this thing. And that system includes very much so talking to God, being intentional about what I'm watching, what I'm doing, what I'm listening to, and who I'm around, what type of dates I'm going on, tracking my cycle, knowing when I'm ovulating, knowing when I'm not ovulating, making sure that I'm there.
Ovulation
baby, I have to chain myself to a tree.
I'm glad you just said that, folks. Because guess what next week is?
It's my period next week.
I just came up off her.
Oh, so you about to turn into a wolf.
A werewolf.
Yes, gotta chain you to a tree, girl.
Girl, please.
So yeah, I mean, like I have to. I'm currently in a process of like perfecting my systems, and perfecting in a way of like doing stuff that makes sense for me right now. And I understand that it might change depending on the season, depending on when I start dating. Because when I start dating, it'll look completely different. It looks so different from what it is right now. So understanding and being okay.
Cautionary tale.
Yeah. And being okay with like, practicing abstinence. And when the time comes for God to say, go ahead and seriously date somebody. Because I'm dating around, but I'm not in a relationship. I'm not seriously dating anybody like singularly. And so when that time comes for me to like commit and be able to like have to practice true self-control and true, abstinence with a partner. I think that I have to be okay with that changing around. The other thing is, and I feel like I'm losing my train of thought. Oh yes, the other thing is about like my current walk with abstinence is that I have to reframe what I consider like love to be. And why
I don't even know what love is.
Yeah, I'm still trying to seek that out, and I think that's why God is intentionally keeping me in this like isolation. It's not even full isolation, but singleness. He's keeping me in this like real intentional singleness currently, as to be able to like really like learn what love is, what my definition of love has been, and restructuring that, unlearning a lot of the like not beneficial ideas of love that I've had in the past, and reframing it for me like, hey, this is not at all love. Like, someone loving you does not look like this. Love doesn't hurt. Love does not have to have sex with you. Love does not have to have sex with you. It's okay if they like, it's actually better because it proves that they honor your body so much. They honor who I created you to be so much so that they are willing to wait it out to the point where they are also suffering. Let's be very clear. Not having sex, not fun. Very much so, not fun. Especially when you've had sex. Super not fun. I want the record to reflect. Not having fun, not having sex. Cool.
I mean, you still have fun.
Yes, but I mean,
if you're dating somebody,
it's not even if when you're not just in general, like abstinence is not the most fun thing in the world. Like,
no, it's not sexy.
It's not.
I just try not to think about it.
Child.
But that's the thing. Like when I wasn't. Like, I'm not in a relationship now, and I feel like God has, like, loaned out, like, the singular, serious relationship for me, because I feel like he's still working some things up out of me. But when I was, like, just, like, with myself, it wasn't like, I can really go for some sex today. I don't know, like...
Really?
I had a lot of other things going on. Girl, we talking about not having sex. I was trying not to smoke weed.
Okay,
bro.
well that's fair.
Like,
I don't really have any other like true vices.
It wasn't like a vice. Like, sex has never been like a vice for me. But like, even like when I stopped smoking weed, I wasn't thinking about. I don't really be needing sex. I really liking to kiss people.
And it somehow leads to sex, and you just be going along with it.
No, not even that it somehow leads to sex. I told my friend this other day, I said, gee, I was a serial kisser.
You're insane. Please.
Like, gee, I can kiss you all day long and be like, oh, I'm cool. It's not that way. It's not that way for me. Because when I feel like he's not too cool, I'm like, oh, gotta go home now.
You're insane. Don't even play with somebody like that.
Nah, but I don't be like, it wasn't much. I gotta like really like you to kiss you like that, though.
Yeah.
But like, I will kiss you. I gotta like you to kiss you, but I will kiss you.
Is this true?
But yeah, I was cool. But also, I was also not in a state of like wanting to be in a relationship. I didn't want anybody, and I told you, for me, I need a body.
Yeah.
I need a body. Like,
statement.
it is. I mean, I'm being unserious, but like, I need that connection, that intimacy with an actual human being. The mental stimulation from the person out there. What do we call sexual?
Whatever they be saying, child. They just make stuff up.
That's a real thing, though.
I guess.
I like, girl, have you ever seen a man talk about something that he really know?
Yes, men do it all
intellectual, no, because they be talking like they know something, but they don't know something.
That's true.
I'm talking about really knowing what you're talking about, and not in a condescending way, but like, anyways.
You found them attractive anyways. I think that the truth of the matter is that it's rare.
I have to like your physical, baby.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So that means you're not fully sapiosexual, because sapiosexual at its very core.
No. I didn't say I was fully. I got a little sprinkle.
You're just attracted to intellect. That's
because there's a lot of smart men out there that don't look like a little bit of nothing.
Intellect is like the icing. It's like very nice to have.
It's a little bit more than icing. It's like the flower.
Yeah, I mean, definitely it's a core thing, but it's not the thing.
No, it's not, baby. I gotta see what you look like,
because people be lying.
I ain't never been one to lie.
They be lying. They be like, yeah, I love your mind. No, you like that face.
Let me tell you about church people. They piss me off. Just because he love God and you love God don't mean y'all need to get married and have sex. I remember this man told me, I just love the way he prays God. Huh? Wait, I look ugly. Have you seen me?
And to be fair, have you ever seen a man praise God? That is very sexy. How?
Hey!
However,
no, look. Now that,
girl, I be stay focused, Deb. Stay focused.
Because the men y'all don't be out there for Jesus like that for real. Gee, don't let you already be fan and be hitting the marks, but let you be there giving God his praise.
Take the panties right now.
You not scared? You not care about what they talking about?
Bro, what? That is so sexy.
You ever seen a man lead prayer?
Girl.
You gotta be fan. Like, that's like the churchy part of me, but like a man leading spiritually.
But you also have to, like, let's be very clear. You have to be fine too.
Like, I have to find you fine.
Big up.
And I have to like your personality and all the things. Like, I have to like, because sometimes I can see a fine man and be like, I don't know him. He can be like a very terrible person.
Yeah, that's fair.
Now, if I know you, we cool, we hang out, cool. We go on dates, I enjoy your time and conversation. We same interests, humor and all the things. You fine, I like the way you dress, cool. Yeah.
You cute, you cool.
Yeah.
To be honest.
You got all you got the things that I like in like a man. Mm-hmm. And then we add the ultimate, like you love God for real. I might get on one knee.
Oh, enough.
That's a lie. I just want to let you know that was a big over-exaggeration.
Like, you literally would never do that.
I won't even shoot my shot at a man.
You would literally swallow a jean jacket before you got on one knee.
Girl, a jean jacket. I would eat a bed bug-infested mattress before. You won't catch me doing it. You won't catch me ever in life. Like, if I ever shot my shot at you in life, I just want to let you know I was only doing it to see if I can pull. I never wanted anything from you.
Yikes.
Because now I feel like the man in the situation.
Yeah, wow.
I feel like I emasculated you and made myself a man.
The reallocation of power. Let's get down to that. Actually, no. So, I mean, yeah. So abstinence has not been the most like easy journey. Like I've been hot and burning up in the
burning with passion,
truly, like in real life.
What Paul says, better than to marry than to burn.
Child.
So, and with that being said, husband, please be on the way.
Please, Lord.
I said, husband. Let me stop. Because I ain't ready to be somebody's wife.
Not
at this moment right now.
Girl, so I was talking to God.
God was like, you is not a wife right now. Let's keep it. Are you Proverbs 31?
Like,
no.
And mind you, I'm not even gonna hold you.
I'm in concentration camp. You know, like when, what's her name?
You're in what?
I mean, conditioning.
What?
It was one of the C's. Anyways, like Esther, before she like was presented to the queen, she had to go to the, no, let it go. Let me finish. Like, you just let it go. Drop it. It happened. We fixed it. I'm sorry to them people. Like, I'm not gonna mention their name. You know what I'm talking about.
Bro.
I meant conditioning. I feel like I'm in conditioning. Anyways,
okay. Go ahead, sis.
When Esther was like in the whole process of being like presented to like the king and everything, baby went through like that was a long process. Have you read that?
Yeah.
I'm in my process. It ain't like I'm too far off, but it's like, babe, we still fixing you up.
Yeah. And honestly, right now it's a lot of the very technical things. It's not even like as a person or like the attributes.
It's the small details.
Yeah, for me, it's more so like, how do you take care of a home? How do you take care of those around you? How are you with time management? How are you with money management? How are you with respecting those around you? How are you with submission? How are you with like authority? How are you with like they're like just ironing out those details is where I'm at with God right now.
God had to tell me, he was like, babe, I don't even know how to talk to a man for real. I said, ooh. What you mean? He's like, you don't even know how to talk to a man for real. We working on that. You in there. We still, because even like with day now, like my mouth is a little outlandish.
Yeah, I know.
My tongue has been, I know. My tongue has been refined a lot. But we still need some more refining.
Yeah.
And you gotta talk to a man a certain type of way, and it's really just not clicking for me.
Yeah.
They don't respond to a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm real like.
Yeah, because it's not even just, you can't talk to a man in a certain way. A man cannot talk to a woman in a certain way.
Right.
And so in the same way that you will expect your husband or someone that you are in that walk with towards marriage or towards just something serious to speak to you with softness, to understand how you receive certain things, you have to be willing to put the same type of work to be reciprocate the same type of energy.
Yeah, because the way, I'm tired too. We not wives yet, so that means it's not time for God to get my coochie to me. Essentially, that's what. You ain't ready for sex is what he said. Let me stop. It's more than this about sex. Let me stop playing with y'all. No, don't take that. That was just a joke.
No, but honestly, I'm so excited for what like married sex and married life will be like.
Legal sex.
Like legal, like, because I feel like for so long, and this is my last point before we end out, because child, I'm tired.
Yeah.
But because we've been going.
Work.
But like for a very long time, like sex had been like associated with like stress relief or like trying to
about that.
Yeah, like or trying to like fulfill certain types of like needs and desires of closeness and things of that nature. But then it was also at the same time attached to a lot of shame and guilt and trauma. And so like I'm so excited for the like unlearning that God is doing through me in this season currently, because when it is time for me to become one with my man,
I wonder what free sex at all.
I'm trying to see what it
is. The sex that's bad now, and I don't mean like bad that is like sex bad. I mean like the trauma, the wrong attachments and the perceptions and POVs that I have towards sex. When we unlearn all of that, and I'm doing it legally, 'cause look, sex I done had now.
Honey, y'all may not hear from me for a full year.
Nah, I'm scared about that because you ain't finna get, I refuse to just get married and then have a kid. I know you lying.
Who said that?
You know how people like, oh, we went on a honeymoon and then they come back and get like, she pregnant. People be getting married on, look.
Lord, your will and not mine, but please let it be your will that I have
I
little bit of time.
I want to enjoy my marriage for like 5 years without a kid. Jesus. 5. But you know, men be wanting kids.
5 years is a lot of years.
5?
Yeah, that's a lot of years.
I feel like we can go see the world together, baby.
You can see the world with children.
I don't want the kid yet, though.
Okay, well, that's fine. Well, what if the Lord says otherwise?
I mean,
then what?
He's sovereign.
Okay.
But he ain't said nothing to me about it yet.
Because you don't have a husband yet.
5 years. Ouch.
That was your confirmation that he said no.
3. 3.
All right, Candace, what is your naked confession for the night?
I thought about having sex yesterday. I really be having whole conversations with myself like, gee, no, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, gang. Like, why we gotta wake that demon back up?
A demon it is.
They call it demon time for a reason.
For a reason.
Well, we didn't even ran her out the village. Like, why are we trying to call her back?
Yeah.
Please keep your legs closed. Like, I be doing like dumb stuff to like. I'm not finna put my business out there. But,
we'll talk afterwards.
No, I'm not sharing that.
No, it's okay because we are.
Some things just need to be kept to themselves. Like, I be having things in place, so I be like, nope, you don't want to have sex like that.
That's fair.
And then men be like, I don't care.
So my naked confession.
I can't believe I just told y'all about me and my coochie life. Like
that's insane, right?
I can't, please. I don't want no men listening to this.
Anyways, hey y'all.
Bye y'all. Please, I should put a disclaimer at the beginning, be like, all men's leave.
Bye. My naked confession for the night is abstinence has not been the easiest journey for me. Because child, I used to be popping my coochie. But the Lord said enough. And so now I am not doing that. And it has been an eye-opening moment for me. Am I boring you?
I'm not even finna answer that. Girl, continue.
Because that yawn was very aggressive.
That yawn is from my weekend.
So yeah, he's just still doing very much so at work in me. And it has been a very interesting process. And I'm just really praying that, all of the work that I'm doing is not in vain. Is my work in vain?
Bro, I remember this happened a few years ago. This man was trying to date me.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, so how does this abstinent thing work? I said, well, you don't have sex. And he was like, so does that mean head too? I said, yes.
Just literally said.
Another naked confession. It was a time when I was trying to do abstinence. I was just like, well, head doesn't count.
Yeah, so head does count because it's oral sex.
Sex is sex.
And it's also, once again, still you're having sex. Also fingering. Also anything that requires you.
Man, if you feel like you got to teeter the line and you're trying to figure out, just don't do it,
just don't do it.
Because you won't get to the other part. You just going to do that. You ain't going to stop there.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
It's true.
Anyways, and so, because the thing is, he was just asking me questions about God. And then it came to you trying to talk to me. So he was like, so there's a possibility I can date you and never have sex with you. I said,
yep.
Yeah. I said, and
is my dating in vain?
Is it something?
Well, it could be, depending.
Girl, I'm tired.
All right, man.
I'm sorry, y'all. It's been a long day. My sign off. And don't stay naked. Put your clothes on.
Baby,
for this
stay
episode.
naked.
Don't stay naked in front of your significant other. or even somebody who ain't significant to you, but you want to do things to them. But stay naked in the spirit, in conversation. Stay real.
Stay abstinent.
I want to say stay abstinent. Yeah.
Stay abstinent.
It's going to help you spiritually, emotionally, physically.
Night, y'all.
Night.
Good night.
Well, we're finna be turned in late. That's my last thing for y'all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.